Oh God.
I wonder, does anybody know just who I am? Nobody knows just who I am.
So we're live. Finally. I said 10:30, I was late. I was gonna have to deal with it, you feel me?
Is there anyone who's got my back for real?
Hello, hello. Hey man, it's good to be back. Let's start off the right way. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off the right way.
Sustv, Sustv,
Indeed.
Sustv.
Does it feel good?
Yeah. S.Ville to the moon, making moves like a movie script.
Yeah.
Destiny written is what we do. S.Ville to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. Sustv,
Welcome back to the Join the Sustv Podcast, aka Sustv. I'm your host, Susmoves. Season 4. Let's go, man.
Hit the bell, so the new vids don't stop. Get it, know the deal. We the Ville, run up the M's, shoot past the mills. We are the team promoting how to heal. Grind like the ant, you already know it's on our heels. Ain't sus without us, but move standing still. Give love to real ones, respect mutual. Yo, been the time, been advised.
Doing in my mind. Much in my is built by design. Could I really make it out with a slick little line? Other guys and
Ask
for a sign.
in the green like I
Take care of mine.
Get this energy
From the
my
guy.
mind. Get the willpower from the guy. Ay.
That's gonna sound, bro.
Does it feel good? Yeah.
S.Ville to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do. S.Ville to the moon, making moves like a movie script. Destiny written is what we do.
It's what we do, man. It's what we do. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to welcome back to Sustv the network. First of all, you know what I'm saying. Let me go ahead and get a. You feel me? It's really good to be back, man. It's really good to be back. Hold on. All right. Yeah. So, welcome back to the Sustv network. You know what I mean? I am your host, Susmoves. This is the S.Ville. Well, this is S.Ville The Podcast. And you guys are the Susvillians, you know what I mean? In case you guys didn't know who you were, I'm here to tell you. Starting things right along, you know what I'm saying? Just getting right into it about who we are and what we are. What I do know about us is that we have a lot to look forward to because the Chris Brown album dropped 11/11. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of fire on the way. Chris Brown, prominent artist. I know he's had a lot of controversy growing through his career and everything like that. But that was borderline a pause right there. But no, it's a great project. He's been dropping a lot of amazing projects. I'm forgetting what the name of that other project was that he had recently dropped with this song, Till the Wheels Fall Off. That was really fire. But this 11/11 project, nonetheless, that has just dropped is extremely great. He usually drops great music. He doesn't get a lot of recognition for it, but hopefully with this project, I hear there's rumblings about a Grammy. So, you know, we're gonna keep him in our prayers and keep that in the ethos. You know what I mean? Speaking of prayers, shout out to the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Without him, none of this would be possible. Thank you for the strength. You know what I mean? The guidance and the forgiveness each and every day. And let's go ahead and start this pod off, man. Well, let's continue this pod rather. I'm not going back into the habit of rehashing intros. Going right along with the great news I do hear, and it's a little bit of a opposite effect from what was going on last pod. There was just so much, so much going on in the world that just wasn't in the best of lights. But something that we can look forward to is the new Marvel Secret Wars that's going to be coming out soon. I believe sometime out in 2024. They are hinting at scenes with Wolverine, and we should hopefully be expecting a Tobey Maguire entrance. That's the original Spider-Man, for those of you who don't know. And then moving right along, they had Andrew Garfield, who played the Amazing Spider-Man. And currently, we have Tom Holland, who is, in and out of taking breaks from his acting career, but he is the current Spider-Man, more or less, from the Marvel movies that we all know and love. Tyler, speaking of movies and, great things to look forward to, Tyler Perry from his Atlantic studio is working on a film, a historic film, that is going to help shift the culture forward, hopefully, if documented correctly. And knowing Tyler Perry and his extensive resources, his extensive branch of resources, it should be phenomenal. It is, they're going to call it the 688, and it's a movie about that's going to be streamed on Netflix, that is about the largest all-black women World War II battalion. So that is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it says here that it's going to be about, again, World War II epic about the efforts for the only all-black, all-female battalion. In addition to directing, Perry is also adopting the screenplay from Kevin M. The 668, the Army created in the late 1940s, 1944 to be exact, included 5 companies totaling at 850 black women. They were commanded by Army Maj Charity Adams, who finished the war as a lieutenant colonel, becoming the highest-ranking black woman during the war. More about the movie: 140,000 women who served in the Women's Army Corps during World War II. About 6,500 of them were black. The Army created the 668 in late 1944 and included 5 companies total. Yeah, so they're just rehashing the information here. Anything new? While the unit wasn't heading to the front lines, its soldiers still had to get through weeks of basic training, which included obstacle courses and gas mask drills. Army historians said the women studied enemy aircraft, ships, and weapons. They learned to board and evacuate ships, and even went on long marches with rucksacks. I have additional information that has said that they were also in charge of mail delivery and different things like that. They were basically controlling all of the mail resources that were going back and forth for the letters for the soldiers and for just building that morale. So and I'm sure they also played a role in medics and a lot of the background support that you need in the military that helps keep the war going. Their efforts were astounding impact in that capacity during the Great World War II. Well, not so great, but still, they deserve all the praise. And we're going to go ahead and shout out Tyler Perry for going ahead and shining that extra light on it on them, because otherwise I myself wouldn't have been privy to the history. So that's really phenomenal that he was able to do that. Other great exploits have been taking a step forward, such as the AI technology that we're having nowadays. ChatGPT, as you know, it's on your phones, it's on Google and everything like that. And we're all using it to write from resumes to essays to whatever it is that you need, to programming songs even. And now the AI technology is actually marketable in a completely different way. Where a company has actually hired their first AI robot. A global company has recently announced that it has hired its first ever humanoid robot as its chief executive officer, according to the Fox Business. Polish rum company Dictador Grand Rise announced that it has appointed AI-powered humanoid robot Mika to lead the firm as the first CEO female robot. Mika is a board member who steers operations as behalf. The company said board's decision is revolutionary and bold at the same time. The first humanoid AI in a company structure will change the world as we know it forever. President of this European company, that was the statement that they left. It's, we still have to wait on more details to see how successful this robot is, and if I'm able to bring up some articles about its progress and just what it's actually capable of doing for that company, then I will bring that information forward. Moving right along with other technological advancements, such as the AI, Mitsubishi has just dropped the new DX car, and it's the future. It's the future. It has suicide doors. The teaser earlier in the month left a lot to the imagination, only really displaying a dust-covered rear three-quarter view of the concept. It's basically built like a box. It has these two lights in the front. It looks like, chocolate milk back in the day when you used to pay for lunch. It looks like someone knocked over a chocolate cart, those little chocolate milk carts, and you just dropped it on the table. And yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a sideways milk chocolate car thing. Except it's probably, instead of white and brown, it's more brown and white. It looks cool in theory. I'm not sure about all the features that it has, but I'm sure it's going to be replicating some of that Tesla-esque feature status. Let's see if we have anything on that. Again, they're just describing more of just how it kind of looks, and I think I gave a much better just evaluation of what it looks like. Again, like milk. Picture that milk chocolate carton, and you just knock that over, and then you just kind of box it up a little bit better. That's basically what it looks like. I could be a little nicer to the design team, but again, I don't know what kind of capabilities that it has on the inside. So even though the outside might not, be the best, or it might not really draw you in, I'm sure there are going to be a lot of features with that. And again, that's Mitsubishi, you know what I mean? Most cars that are super reliable, in my opinion, are like the Toyotas, the Hondas, the Nissans, etc. But we you rarely hear much about Mitsubishi going into that realm of things. I could be wrong. I'm not sure about their sport and underground, or maybe very much above ground luxury items, because I'm not a big car head. But it looks like a dope concept, and more will be revealed, I'm sure. Moving right along, we have not so much a technological advancement, but we have an economic advancement. We have found, or rather, the government has found a sunken ship with 20 billion on it in jewels in 1708 during the War of Spanish Succession. More war, gotta love it. The British sunk a Spanish galleon or ship called the San Jose. The ship had a crew of around 600 men and had a large fortune on board, including 200 tons of gold, silver, and emeralds belonging to the victory of Peru, according to an economist. They don't state who that is, but okay. The Colombian government says they discovered the wreck in 2015, and the private company Sea Search Armada, formerly called Golcamora, say they discovered it in 1981 and are suing for part of the treasure. Per Bloomberg, the company has taken its case to arbitration in London under the U.S.-Colombia Trade Promotion Agreement, where it's asked for $10 billion, equivalent of half the fortune, according to its calculations. Colombia also says that it has rights to the wreck, yet as scuba diving notes, Spain has asserted a legal claim for a share of the big bounty because despite her final resting place, the San Jose was a Spanish ship carrying 570 Spanish citizens when she sank. It's basically just political games. Everyone's just fighting for the money. But, I mean, it's 20 big ones, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, wouldn't you fight for 20 Bs? I think just about anybody would. But that's what's going on out there, man. There's still a whole shipwreck, pirate era, One Piece status level ship with treasure on it somewhere. And there's a team of rich people who are investing money for people who can go and risk their lives and scuba dive and find some of that bread. Let me tell you something. If they paid me to go on that sunken ship to go and find 20 Bs, my scuba suit is going to turn into a fat man suit. You know those fat suits that they got? Remember Norbit? Remember when Eddie Murphy played Norbit and he was just large, even though we all knew that he wasn't large? That's how I'm finna look. You hear me? I'm finna look like Luffy when he uses Fusan. For yous who don't know, when he says Fusan, I mean balloon. That means he blows up like this because he's a rubber man. You should watch One Piece if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna look like a dog's favorite tennis ball. I'm gonna look like, yes, because my suit is also gonna be neon green. Why? Because I need them to see me when I am down there, because I don't play about the ocean. You know what I mean? What am I doing sinking down there? The ocean is not to be trifled with. You know what I'm saying? There are waves that are bigger than your house out there, from magnetic poles and whatever else that they got going on. The ocean, I got some theories on the ocean, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why we keep on messing with Shamu and all these animals, like the ocean won't spin back. I don't know why we keep on trying to venture out and go deeper into the sunken trenches to go and discover what. I don't know. But they couldn't pay me. I just don't do the ocean. Okay? I don't do the ocean. I just got me a decent swim, like stroke. Pause. It was bound to happen. But yeah, when I'm like, you know what I mean? When I'm backpedaling, you know what I mean? Doing the backstroke. Pause. Yo. I'm chilling there. I'm chilling there for a good couple of minutes. That's one of the better strokes that I have. I'm not gonna keep hitting this button, but that's one of the better strokes that I have. But if it's not that, then you got me with I got you rather with a strong doggy paddle. I'm not built to save nobody. I'm built to barely save myself, and that's about it. And I'm proud with that. You know what I mean? For all of you amazing swimmers out there, that's good for you. Go save somebody and do your thing. You know, hopefully it's not me, because I'm working on this strong doggy paddle. You know what I'm saying? I was about to do like this. I don't even do like this. It's more like this. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it is what it is. I don't mess with the ocean. The ocean don't mess with me. That's how I feel. You know, I'm gonna go in the middle of the land where you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, yeah, I would turn my suit into a fat suit. Nonetheless, that is what's going on with the ocean, and what's going on the surface, what's going on actually in stadiums. Bringing it right back full circle to media. We got Smells Like Teen Spirit being played by over 1,000 musicians, or just about 1,000 musicians. Again, it happened like 4 years ago. The poster just making some, resurfaces, is going viral again. And apparently this is an actual band with over 1,000 members, give or take. And they go out there on stadiums and they play really popular music. So I happened to come along one of their videos where they were all playing Smells Like Teen Spirit all at the same time, playing, from drums to guitar to whatever else that you would need to execute on that. And it was amazing to see. People are, still being amazing at the same time. People surprise you and you think to yourself, yo, why am I still here? This was one of those reasons that kind of let you know why you're kind of still here. You know what I mean? Sometimes people really let you down with whatever it is they got going on, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they are actually executing and doing some pretty amazing stuff. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go and check it out. I do want to play a little video for you guys. That is it on the media today. I'm going to go ahead and get into the religious bag for a little bit. So I just want to play this little video for you guys real quick. Hold on.
He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His pinions, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is your shield and buckler. You will not fear. Because of what I read, I believed.
All All right, and that's a little TikTok that I found. That's just, saying some information for you guys. Fear is not of God. So if you do feel fear, you have to just check that and try to realize where this is all coming from and why are you feeling so anxious and fearful. But yeah, if that was too loud for you guys, I apologize. I should have gave a better warning that was coming. And yeah, I have a few little choice words for everybody. But as we wrap up, to get up out of here. Age increases, the state of consciousness seems to gain new enlightenment. I think I did mention this before. I do think I mentioned this before. But I will just say this one back again because it's just been prevalent throughout the past couple of weeks. But, age increases and the state of consciousness seems to gain new enlightenment. But what do we gain from what we already know and every new study being rediscovered, Those are just a couple of thoughts that I've been just dwelling over for the past couple of weeks, because it's like as you grow, you realize that so many things that we're rediscovering, as I said in there, were already known. You're out here, you're searching for something, you're not sure what you're searching for, but everything is just gonna bring you right back to the beginning at the end of the day. It's almost like when you become a baby, you grow, you start moving around doing your thing, then you get old and you basically revert back to a baby. Everything is just a cycle. Everything is just spinning and doing its thing. I've been worrying about like the purpose of all of these things. What's the purpose of me podcasting, making music, doing videos, skits, whatever it is that I'm doing, along with, working or school or certifications or whatever it is, furthering my education and just trying to become a better person. It's just more like, what is the grand scheme of this whole shebang? And a lot of it seems to dwell back in just being a decent person to your community, trying to build community and connecting with those that care about you. Everything else is just kind of additional. I mean, you because of the guidelines of this world, you kind of want to fall in line, I guess, quote unquote, fall in line or manipulate your situation so that it falls in line with what your morals and ideals and standpoints are in this world. But everything just seems to stem back to just being a good person and being good to the people that are around you and that you care about and that care about you, So yeah, I've been dwelling in that because it's kind of like, I would love for this podcast to go and grow and continue to grow and blow up and then be this big, multi-million-dollar thing, but it's like, for what? You know what I mean? Not saying that the money wouldn't be cool and, then I get an actual big studio, maybe I get a couple co-hosts, better cameras, whatever, but it's like, to then do what? You know what I mean? What is the purpose of doing this pod? What is the purpose of making this music? What is the purpose of doing whatever dream you have? What is the purpose of figuring out whatever it is that you want to do with your life and why are you doing it? You know what I mean? 2 Chainz. They ask me what I do and who I do it for. All I want for my birthday is a big booty. Anyway, the last part isn't so important, but the first part, they ask me what I do and who I do it for. You know what I mean? And if you're not falling in line with a higher purpose, then a lot of it seems pointless, all the work that you're working. I mean, think about it. You're going to work a job for 20, 30 years. Even if you're working a business out and you're making X amount of money, your lifespan is your lifespan. The human lifespan is the human lifespan. So from 0 to about, let's say 15, you're just figuring things out. If you're lucky, a lot of these kids start figuring things out from the time they're like 8 years old. But if you're able to live in a somewhat safe environment, in a somewhat, optimistic environment, till 15, you're hopefully growing out of childlike mentalities and trying to become that full adult without too many traumas. 15 to 18, or rather 15 to 20, you're now transitioning into the full adult that you want to be. You know, you're making a lot of different decisions. You might be starting a business around there. You might be finishing college, going into college. You might be still figuring out your life and just starting it at 20 or 20 something or whatever the case may be. And then from like 20 to 30, 20 to 40, you're fully immersed in who you are, hopefully, or you're discovering who you are and to become fully immersed in who you are and trying to figure out this whole thing. And I think I've done this before in a couple of different podcasts. I tend to dwell on the same aspects of life often because it is so much to deal with. You know what I mean? It is so much to process. But, you know, the overall concept of everything here and what I'm saying is just like, find your why. You know what I mean? Find your why. Find your why you get up in the morning. Find your why, find your who, find your what for. You know what I mean? Who you do and who you do it for. You know, maybe you do it for yourself, but we're still humans, and, you know, genetically, scientifically, biblically, religiously, humans tend to want community or feel a sense of community in some capacity. Being alone there's data that supports that it has an effect on us that can be sometimes traumatic and dramatic. Some can do, you know, some can do it. Others do it better than some. You know, there are people who can do it better. There are people who can't really deal with something like that. But overall, all the data points to us needing each other and needing community. And I hope that everybody who watches my pod is able to dig deep and kind of find some of that. Find some of that substance that makes them. Find some of that grit and that why, so that they can continue pushing on. You know, because I'm doing the same thing right here in real time on camera. And I know that, you know, towards the end there, it might have been boring. Maybe you didn't even like any of the pod. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm doing this because I want to do it, and I'm working on my why. Or if I haven't, I would think that I found my why. But, you know, I'm forever learning. So, you know, and this is, you know, I have no doubt that whatever it is that I put my hands to, whatever it is that okay.
Pause.
That's my last one. Whatever it is that I, put my
yo.
mind to, I'm sure that they'll be successful as long as I keep on keeping on. So I hope that in me saying that, hopefully it helps someone else on the other side of this camera do the same. But that's it from me, man. I'm signing off. That's the pod for today. Those are the topics, man. Look into some of those things that I was talking about. And what's one more thing I can leave you guys with? Write down things that you think throughout the day. If you can do that like 3-4 times a day, maybe potentially right before you eat. So like a breakfast, lunch, dinner situation, or maybe during, like maybe mid-meal. Just write down different things that you think throughout today, through the day, and then document them throughout the week, and then look at what tends to be in your mind habitually, and then find the patterns, and then you work from there and keep on and keep on and keep it on. Try to build a discipline to do that. I heard that actually helps you out a lot, boosting your overall morale and helping your thought patterns. And you can find out more data on that on the Huberman podcast. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one, episode 32. Yeah.